Sup guys, I'm AUSSIE Metalhead. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year. I'm also doing Patreon requests and new releases, and I've been looking forward to this Olivia Rodrigo album for quite some time because one of my friends back when Driver's License first dropped showed me it, and we had like a bit of a rapport where I showed her Linkin Park and she showed me Billie Eilish in like 2017 and Olivia Rodrigo. And in spite of all of that, and despite the fact that I enjoyed and listened to Sour and enjoyed that, I haven't checked out Guts and I haven't checked out this album. And I thought, considering the fact that I have this channel and I can react to albums, this might be a good way to actually delve back into Olivia Rodrigo's projects, because I've enjoyed Sour. And also with Billie Eilish, I haven't heard an album front to back except the 2019 album. So that's another one that I need to delve into. But if you are not new to this channel, you probably won't know, but I haven't listened to any albums. That's kind of a little theme, as you can see here, is I can get introduced to an artist and I didn't listen to any of their albums. I listened to like 4 songs that I liked and then chucked them in a playlist for my entire life. So yeah, I started the channel to delve into new albums, and I've also been getting myself amped up for this album by playing some Fiona Apple, because I've been doing Fiona Apple on this channel. And yeah, I know Olivia Rodrigo loves Fiona Apple, and I wouldn't be too surprised if this is going to delve into a similar sort of era for her, because with Fiona Apple, there was Tidal, which was when she was like 17, 18, wrote that sort of stuff, very similar to Sour. And then Guts, it kind of feels like it could be similar to When the Pawn. And this one could probably be similar to like Extraordinary Machine. Like, feels like they're having a very similar sort of, you know, gradual sort of progression and stuff like that. So I'm curious to delve into that. I haven't heard any of the songs off of this, even in the singles. I only know about like 2 clips related to, I think, Drop Dead. One where the vocal coach clip, I saw a clip of that where he spoke for like 6 seconds about her being in like a Paris cathedral, and somehow that is tying to her Mexican roots, which is, funnily enough, the 3 wrongest things I've ever heard. And then I have seen some controversy around like the dress that she wore around that time in like the music video, which I think is kind of silly, but that's about it. Yeah, going in completely blind, very curious to delve into it. Let's see how it goes. I wonder if she's dropping like the rock sort of stuff, because there was always like an underlying of like 90s stuff there.
I hope you never finish that beer. You know all the words to Just Like Heaven.
That's by The Cure, right?
I know why he wrote them, now that you're standing right here. Oh, one night I was bored in bed and stalked you on the internet. It's feminine intuition, 'cause I always had a vision of us standing like this, all pressed up in the bathroom line. You looking like an angel on the walls.
Oh, I really like the vocals there. Feels very 80s to me.
And I feel like I might throw up. Left hook, right punch to the gut. You're just a pretty boy. I'm paranoid. I made you up. Yeah, I'd love it if you walked me home. If you promise we can go real slow. 'Cause I got chewing gum and a bunch of stuff I'd like to know. Like, have you ever been to Japan or taken that Eurostar to France? I've been dropping hints all night that I'd love it if you held my hand. Goddamn. And then maybe we could make out. Close off and fall to the ground. Let's go steady and let's go out and tell the whole damn world how one night I was bored in bed and stalked you on the internet. It's feminine intuition, 'cause I always had a vision of us standing like this, all pressed up in the bathroom line. You looking like an angel on the walls of Versailles. The most alive I've ever been, but kiss me in the
I'll pause it here. I find it interesting. I'm going to be very curious to see like how she grapples with like love and stuff like that when it comes to this record compared to like the ones prior, because from my memory of like Sour, it in no negative connotation whatsoever, very much is like a teenage sort of look on love, and I think it does a really fucking good job of that. With this one, it's kind of, we're starting out in a very similar sort of thing, like the way that like young love sort of idealizes the people, kind of like manic pixies them in some sort of regard, putting them on the pedestal of like seeing like a fantasy that you have with them, all that sort of thing, and kind of getting in love with the idea of them rather than the person themselves. And I say that with no judgment, because that's something that I definitely did. Like, if you have been on the channel with like FK and stuff like that, I've said it before. I don't say it all too often, but I was diagnosed with BPD, so I've definitely done the same sort of thing. And growing up is kind of realizing like that isn't the healthiest sort of perception to it. So I'm curious to see where this, I guess, like love story sort of goes, because I can, in every single piece of media that I've listened to so far, it seems like this sort of thing doesn't ever turn out well. I'm reminded of like Tunnel of Love by Bruce Springsteen that I recently did, where he has actually a very similar sort of like pedestal fairy tale sort of view of love and like the people that he's into and that sort of thing, and always crashes and burns in his albums. And I wouldn't be surprised if the same sort of thing happened with Olivia Rodrigo on this project. But yeah, I'm curious to see how that develops, and then also I'm curious to see like what lessons he sort of takes from that when we go to like the end of this record. Like, what is her takeaway from it with that experience? Also, I'm assuming this is related to some person, like real person, because my understanding was Sour was related to a real person as well. So yeah, it seems like there would be like a genuine, like, I guess, like takeaway from the sort of thing, instead of just like a concocted like concept album sort of thing. I don't know enough about astrology to see if Pisces and a Gemini have compatibility, but I do find it interesting with like it. I'm gonna go back to this and re-listen to that part because I like the solo there, but I don't know too much about like if Pisces and Gemini actually do have compatibility, but I do find it interesting that like it kind of plays into this like fantasy that you have of the person, because if the astrology signs were not aligned, you'd be like, oh, opposites attract, and then if they were aligned, you'd be like, oh, that means we're super compatible, and that sort of thing. It's just like kind of showcasing that when it comes to the person that she's idolizing at this point in time, she will like get any sort of piece of fact that she can see and try and contort it into being like, oh, this is going to be like the love of my life, like this is this is the one. And I know, I just find that very interesting. I also find it very relatable. So yeah. I like how wonky that is. I really like the vocals there. Ooh, a little punch coming in. If you're new to the channel, I do ratings on the side. These are my first listen ratings. I'll listen to these projects multiple times over before I post them to my Discord where you can chat to me about my ratings. I try and make it a really chill, normal place in there so you don't get weirdos and stuff in there. It's also very active, and I'm also always in there. I also post Album of the Year, which is a music rating website. I use it. It says 600 written reviews. I've done about 1,400 in the past year and a half. As I said at the start of this video, like, before this channel, I basically listened to 10 albums across my entire life. I was Bring Me the Horizon, it was Funneling Sour, Juice WRLD, Lil Peep, that sort of thing. And I didn't really venture outside of that. I started this channel to delve into classic albums for the first time. And across this journey, I've listened to about 1,400. My average rating is a 6 out of 10. I solely think that is because of my Patreon. Over on my Patreon, you can sub for $5 all the way up to $18, depending on the length of the album that you want requested. Every single sub has the ability to request. And because of that, I have about 250 subs over there that all have the ability to request an album. And that means that I have 250 reactions a month, which means I can't really listen to anything bad, and they're going to request good stuff. Like, people are requesting Thriller by Michael Jackson, funnily enough, they're not requesting a lot of women. I want more people to request women. No, as I said, I don't really do anything outside of Patreon requests or new releases. But the one example of that I have been doing is Fiona Apple, because no one's requesting Fiona Apple, and I want to do Fiona Apple. So if you want to see me do like Guts for the first time, or listen to Sour after 5 years of not listening to it, or if you want me to delve into literally anyone, Billie Eilish, fucking Taylor Swift, probably not with Olivia Rodrigo fans, or literally anyone, I would absolutely adore that. But yeah, over there, I think that's the reason I have a 6 out of 10 average. As you can see, I have kind of like a normal bell curve. It just goes towards 6 and 7. And I think that is because of that. Because I think my average rating, spiritually, is a 5 out of 10. If something's a 5.1, I think it's above average. With that being said, I think this is a good track. But the thing that's like kind of stopping it from me, from being like a great track to me, despite the fact that I like the vocal lines and the chorus and stuff like that, is probably a purposeful decision on like the creative aspect of it, of like the love racing, the sort of fantasy, becoming overburdened. But the pacing of the track is really fast. Like within 20 seconds, we're instantly into the chorus, and to me, it feels like we haven't really built up to that just yet. Like we had the first 20 seconds, and it feels like they're too quick to jump into like the chorus and all of like the I guess like the TikTok sounds. I'm not using it derisively or whatever. Like the parts that are the catchiest, they're too quick to jump into it and didn't earn it as much for me. But I still think it's a good track because I like the vocals, and I think it is a really decent like setup for what might to come, what is to come. Also, sorry if I sound a bit nasally and stuff like that. I am on the back end of a flu. But yeah, so yeah.
New York City's never looked so blue. My friends are smoking blunts in the bathroom. They say that honest love is a cage that makes you feel free. And all the girls at this party are so cool. It's never been a thing that I could do, but I can't help but imagine what you say when you speak of me. You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame. You should feel how I feel when somebody.
I love how this is building. She's really good at ballads.
Speeding down the boulevard without a break, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say. I'm a heart made of wax, and I'm melting in the sun. I'm a thread on your shirt that is coming undone. I feel right, I feel wrong, I feel totally insane, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
Ooh, I really love the instrumentation on this one.
Park with my head high, past all the college girls and the drunk guys. And if there's a God, he's the bond that's between us two. 7 nights alone, skipped a meal. I'm sleeping in my dress and my high heels, and I'm too shy to say what I see when I dream of you. You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame. You should feel how I
The vocals
feel
are crazy on this. I love it.
name on the car, speeding down the boulevard without a break, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say. I'm a heart made of wax, and I'm melting in the sun.
I love how it just continues to build.
It's coming undone. I feel right, I feel wrong, I feel totally insane, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say. Every night like the one before, dream of you from like 1 to 4, positively and truly sure. Nobody's wanted somebody more. It's a thing that I can't ignore. Tell your friends that you're mine, I'm yours. With the hand on my heart, I swear. Nobody's wanted somebody more. It's a thing that I can't ignore. Tell your friends that you're
I love this.
with the hand on my heart, I swear.
Oh, I like the guitar. It's an interesting tone for it.
You're a spark in the dark, and my clothes will caught a flame. You should feel how I feel when somebody says your name on the car, speeding down the boulevard without a break, and I want you more than any stupid song could ever say.
I'm glad that we have this song because for me, as much as I don't think this could have been like the first track onto it, it would have like also been a bit weird pacing wise. I think having Drop Dead into this song, this like what Drop Dead was trying to do to like build up this like this, I don't know, infatuation with this sort of person, like showcase that sort of love and obsession, that sort of thing. I feel like where that might have faltered a bit because of the pacing of the track for me, this one kind of makes up for it because it is just one continuous thought that just keeps like unraveling instead of like your typical single song structure of. And I think it works a bit better because in my head, I feel like Drop Dead was kind of doing a similar thing, but it was doing in a single sort of format where, which kind of messed up the structure of it because you had to instantly go into the chorus, that sort of thing. And it's meant to be this fast-paced sort of thing where like Stupid Song does the same sort of thing, but it builds over time and it just allows itself the room to, I guess, like skirt traditional song structure of like verse, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, blah. But yeah, I think this is just a great track, like just a really great track. Also, I find it so interesting, Olivia Rodrigo having like so much like, I guess, insecurity and like jealousy throughout her lyrics, from what I've heard and seen, because like the idea that she doesn't think herself like cool and that sort of thing is very interesting to me because it's like she's an ultra star and then she is considered cool, and then also like even her greatest like, I guess, idols like Robert Smith from The Cure, which by the way is someone that I haven't actually heard. I haven't heard a Cure song, but like I know of The Cure because my mum absolutely loves them and my partner also loves them. But yeah, like you're obviously cool, and there's like so, and like she does cool things all the time. So I find like the insecurity of it to be quite interesting because she's like, I can't do that sort of thing, but it's like, but you can like perform to like 60,000 people on stage in a cool choreographed set. It just feels so interesting, like the dichotomy between there's like my friends are smoking blunts in the bathroom, and I'm just like not cool like that. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm so glad that the lyrics are on Spotify so quickly.
So I guess
She does so good with the piano.
that it's true. Time can heal even the worst of wounds, and the cliches I knew seems so commonplace when I saw you. Let's just walk in the dark, hop the fence in the park. Baby boy, honey bee, gotta love the way you look at me. And it's too hard to describe this in a way that feels honest. But even when I'm quiet, I love you, baby, I promise. And I hope I never see what your face looks like going. A face I swear that I could spend my whole life knowing. Here's to hoping. Pick me up, walk me home, and it feels like God threw me a bone. Sticky sweet tangerine, would you sit and keep me company in the dark? I'm not scared, I just reach and you're right there. Shooting stars, racing cars, everything I own just feels like ours. It's too hard to describe this in a way that feels honest.
I just love her vocal text. She has such a pretty voice.
I promise, and I hope I never see what your face looks like going. A face I swear that I could spend my whole life knowing. Here's to hoping.
I find it so interesting, like I can just assume that the relationship is not going to go too well, especially because the insecurities are sort of coming in. But this sort of look on a relationship of like viewing it through, like it looks like it is people pleaser, very like selfless. I want to basically be fully of service to you in a way, because you're only thinking through the lens of like, I don't want to see you go. I want to be with you forever. Like, I don't want to fuck this up, all that sort of thing. And it's, on the surface, it looks like you're capitulating all of your agency to try and please this person, which is unhealthy in its own dynamic, and it's unhealthy for you. But it's also like a form of control in its own sort of way. I know this from personal experiences. Like, I used to, like, when I was in the biggest throes of my BPD and that sort of thing, my entire purpose in my brain was to be like the best partner, to be the best person for that sort of thing, and not giving a fuck about what I was feeling whatsoever, just so that the other person could be happy, so we could live this like fantasy that I had in my head, the same way that like Olivia Rodrigo is doing. And in a way, it's its own form of control, because you're manipulating them in a way without you realizing, if that makes sense. Like, you trying to do everything right and trying to do everything for the other person is to try and control the situation, to try and make sure that you don't have any conflict and that sort of thing. And I've never seen it work, and I've gone through the ringer with trying to make it work, and I think it's going to be interesting if by the end of this, when this like relationship like falls apart, if there is like some, I guess, like picking up of all the pieces that that like got crushed, and to find like, I guess, like the realization that I sort of had, which is you need to be confident within yourself that you have stuff to offer, that like you are likable, because it feels like a lot of the insecurity that's interlaced with Drop Dead's stupid song, or even this track, there's a lot of insecurity there, and it feels like that is actually the root cause of the relationships capitulating, because of how it doesn't allow Olivia to have her own agency within the relationship, if that makes sense. And that makes it completely one-sided, and one-sided relationships just don't really work. You have to be a partnership. So yeah, I'm curious to see what I guess like messages and I guess like yeah, I guess what messages and themes and what she takes away from all of this. I think she does really well with like traditional sort of like pianos and stuff like that. It's nice.
I hope I never see what your face looks like going. A face I swear that I could spend my whole life knowing. Here's to hoping. It's too hard to describe this.
I would say so, like a good to great track, like in between Drop Dead and Super Song for me. This is like really building. I'm so curious where like the crash happens. It just feels like such an impending doom coming. Like a PG version of Preacher's Daughter. Oh, this sounds like gothic. Huh. I wouldn't be surprised if this is what the Cure does. I'm just looking up the lyrics. See, I guess like this also touches on something I was like more explicitly going to say is deriving all of your value from the other person is never going to be a good thing. I thought this was going to be like, she just talks about the fact that she feels hollowed out, that she feels like a zombie, that sort of thing. and then like later on we find out that she realizes that that's because of the way that she views relationships, that sort of thing. But we're still in this like so fixated on this one person, and yeah, it's tough. I like the very faint, because it's not like a strong presence, like post-punky gothic sort of stuff. I do feel like we are getting a bit repetitive with like, there's not really I know it's trying to hit, like it's hitting home the same sort of point, and it is going into like different sort of like sonic ways. Like every single track so far has been very distinctly different, but the subject matter is still quite the same. It's like, I'm very much in love with this person, I am nothing without them, I'm so fucking scared that they leave, if they leave, and I'm nothing. Yeah, just that repeated over and over and over. There are like slight bars is interesting. I'm sorry, I do a little rap. There's slight lyrics and stuff like that talking about like insecurities outside of that, like I don't think I'm the cool girl, that sort of thing. But I also feel like that naturally ties into all this. It's like, if you don't think you're cool, you don't think you are like other girls, that sort of thing. And you don't think you're as good as other girls. It's like, obviously you would have the same sort of like you have that perception that you wouldn't be nothing without this other person that's giving you like the attention, validation, that sort of thing. But yeah, I would just say it is, if like the next, I don't know, if the next like one or two tracks after this doesn't have like a unique spin on the emotions that are being felt, it feels like it could be cut, like it could be condensed down quite a bit more. Why doesn't it give me the option? Like, I would say it's like good. Maybe even drops to like a 6 on a real list or something, because we are getting into the same territory over and over. But it sounds nice. Like, I very much like the sonic influences that she's doing. It feels like she's switching it up sonically, but she's still switching it up like thematically or spiritually or lyrically. And we've already had 14 minutes of it. I do like the vocals. I do like the vocals a lot here. I'll give it the same rating, but I think some might drop down. Oh, really? Because I really like the vocals and the instrumentation. Also, this might be my favorite, apart from Stupid Song. This is probably my second favorite of just how it sounds. I love it. Alright, I'll have to go to the lyrics of this. Oh, I love the sort of gothic tinges that it has. So cute. Oh, I love, ooh. This reminds me of another person too, vocally. I don't even know if I've heard them. I'm not sure of someone. I love it. Oh, it's kind of cocktail twinly for me. That just could be the instrumentation. I think vocals is a different artist. Not garbage, I don't think. My partner has played some Celebrity Skin from Hole. Maybe that? I'm not sure.
Like your big sister, she has your same face, and I tried to win her over with my cynical humor and yacht rock music.
It's just very different 90s sort of sound that she's done previously compared to like Brutal. That's cool. I really like this one. I would say 8. Like, I think it's great. I love it. Just a great track. I find it quite unique how Olivia like melds so many different 90s sounds together. Like, she makes such a nice collage. Ooh, this is funky. Interesting. I love the self-awareness in her writing. It's something that's really nice. Like the... Oh, I like this a lot. It gives me kind of like Veronica's a bit. I love this. Might be my favorite track. I'll give it an 8.5. Like, I think it's great to Imagine track. I love it. It's fun fuck. I love the instrumentation too. It's so sick. Oh, no, it's just an amazing track. Like, it's a 9. It's just an amazing track. I love it. Just incredible. So I have to read the genius lyrics. Had a bit of the crash.
It's funny when your mom shows pictures of you in your school clothes. Your buzz cut. His grapes on your knees changed, but those eyes still know. And it's
I like that
crazy.
connection with like the inner child of them, like the essence of them.
Your town like a tourist. Now I got a local grocery store and a favorite florist. So it goes that you kiss my neck, made our paths intersect till the two lines formed a circle.
I don't know if I'm just hallucinating, but I've kind of also. It sounds so Californian 90s rock to me. Like something like Tinder's about. I really like it. I love how clean it is, but it still has like so much pep. I like this, like getting self-awareness now, more consumed. Big dreams, like the showcase of like how she got rid of all of her agencies. I'd say it's a great track. I think having like the differences in you plus me, my way, that sort of thing, means coming back to this sort of infatuation track ballad. It's quite nice, especially with like I think it makes it, like divvies it up a bit. And then also especially with the instrumentation being so different as well.
Melt with you till it all turns black when you smooth it out, but it feels too flat. Melt with you till it all turns black.
I love the writing about the codependency.
Melt with you till it all turns black. Melt with you till it just feels sad.
I love that. Great track. Ooh. I'm curious. I think I vaguely saw some of the music video of this, like And it looked like she was from Enema of a State.
All the pretty girls in the foreground of my mind.
I love the guitar.
Thought I'd done enough, but they keep moving the line. I thought I found the antidote this time.
Oh, I like this a lot.
I thought I found the antidote this time. All the nights I spent fighting bad thoughts in my room. Feeling so alone, might as well be on the moon. I thought I found the antidote with you. I thought I found the antidote.
Which feels like the climax of the album for sure.
But my head is full of poison and my heart is full of doubt. I got toxins in my bloodstream. You tried hard to suck them out, and it feels like medication.
I love the writing.
Good for me, I'm sure, but it don't matter how your love feels anymore. It'll never be the cure. It'll never be the cure.
I love the pacing, how this builds.
Game in my head when I date a guy. Tally up the girls that he fucked till I start to cry.
The classic Olivia Rodrigo sneaky
Thought I
F
found
up.
the antidote this time.
I think it works so well here too.
Found the antidote this time, but I'm unraveled. I'm unraveled. I'm unraveled. I'm unraveled. I'm unraveled. I'm unraveled. And my head is full of poison, and my heart is full of doubt. I got toxins in my bloodstream. You tried hard to suck them out, and it feels like medication, and it's good for me, I'm sure, but it don't matter how your love feels anymore. It'll never be the cure. It'll never be the
I love the vocals so much. I love how this builds. It's a very stupid song in that way. He is a killer on a bridge. Well, we already knew that from like first when we all listened to driver's license. I love the strings. This is just a perfect song. Like, just a purely perfect song. Perfect for the album, perfect single in itself. Like, the pacing, the instrumentation, the singing, the lyrics, everything. Just an absolute perfect track. It's so patient with itself too. Like, we had an minute and a bit until we got to the first chorus, then we had this really nice piece at the end here. Just really fucking, just so good. Incredible. Egged.
All that I want you just have eyes for me? Could you make it clear all that I want is to sit here silently and watch movies on TV? What a shame you're not here, here to witness my devotion and my endless well of needs. I'm an anchor in the ocean, you know I could never leave. So I'm patient, you're learning, pretend it's not hurting. And they say it's a virtue to not let good love slip away. So I'm cool and forgiving, I'll take what you're giving away. Nothing's quite enough when I know that to get it I beg. Yeah, to get it I beg. And I
This is such a good track. Like,
when I lay in bed,
it feels like it's been 20 seconds, but it's been 2 minutes.
that I feel trapped inside my life. Is that a normal thing to fight back the waves of a static lover's dread? I'm overwhelmed, I'm underfed.
It's really, there's so many really nice lines. I'm overwhelmed, I'm underfed. It's such a nice.
Careless words melted away. I'm a penny in a fountain, just waiting on my luck to change. So I'm patient, you're learning.
There's so many nice lyrics here. I think it's just another great track.
'Cause they say it's a virtue to not let good love slip away. So I'm cool and forgiving, I'll take what you're giving away. But nothing's quite enough when I know that to get it I beg. Yeah, to get it I beg.
I would say 8.5 even. Just like great to amazing track. The lyricism was like just so on point. Like all of the lines, the penny in the fountain change line, the begged line even. Just Robert Smith of The Cure. This will be my first Cure song technically.
I'm just staring at the ceiling. Can't describe this feeling I've got in my head. I'm out of body in my bed, and I'm just searching up my symptoms, desperate to fix them. I'll do anything, 'cause lately I've been spiraling up. I'm not feeling like myself, and nothing ever seems to help. Went to the doctor and she said I was fine, but every movie that I see makes me cry. It's like somebody put a weight on my chest. I should talk to a friend, but I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning and my stomach is sick. Say I'm in love, so it's hard to admit. I can't eat, I can't sleep. I think you're what's wrong with me.
Robert Smith sounds so much like Paul McCartney to me in there for some reason. Like with the vocals being so far back and stuff.
I keep looking distractions. Hope the feeling passes, but I've got to say it's getting harder every day, and I can't seem to get around it. Head just keeps on pounding with the simple thought, what if this isn't what I want? Went to the doctor and she said I was fine. Tried meditation with a bottle of wine.
I love how collaborative Olivia is. It's one of the things like I know it's one of the criticisms that like other stan fucking people have or whatever, but it's one of the things I really like about Olivia. It's like the fact that like she wears her influences on her sleeve, but because of the amount of influences that she has and how open she is to incorporating all of them together, it creates such an interesting like collage that is uniquely her own. So it's not like she's just ripping. She's definitely, if we're using copyright law, she's definitely transforming the content like massively, but it's so nice how collaborative she is. Like, I know for her it's a bigger deal to have The Cure on her track than vice versa, but like, just I don't know, I don't know, I just love it. Like the fact that when I listen to Good For You I can hear Paramore, the fact that but it's still her track, the fact that like I can hear a lot of like the post-punk gothic sort of stuff on the prior tracks and all of that. There's also like I'm very much more with everything I know on the Olivia Rodrigo side of this camp, but when it comes to like you can hear Taylor Swift quite a bit there. It just feels like she packages all of these like ideas and all of her influences and idols in such nice, neat bows that are uniquely herself, and it makes her so likable that she is so open with that sort of thing. I don't know.
My stomach is sick, say I'm in love, so it's hard to admit. I can't eat, I can't sleep, I think you're what's wrong with me. I'm not feeling.
I don't know if this is the correct takeaway. Like, obviously I don't know anything about the relationship. There could be like a lot of fuck shit behind the scenes or whatever, but like from what we're getting into the album here, I don't think it's the guy. Like, I think it's if I'm taking from my own projecting, if you want to say, like, I think it's just the fact that you're like putting them on the pedestal. It's like you're doing it themselves because you're relinquishing all of your control, which is a decision you're making yourself. Yeah. And then you like, it feels like if this is, I don't know, maybe I haven't listened to Guts, but with Sour, from the stuff that I heard, I could easily see this being tied to the same thing. That there's the same through line of you relinquish all your control because you're completely infatuated. This person is like the best thing since sliced bread. And then you get into a relationship, the honeymoon, the ecstasy sort of dies down a bit when it comes to that. And then you try and assert yourself as the stuff that you need within the relationship, which are perfectly valid demands, but you're doing it too late because you've already relinquished all of your agency to the person beforehand, and that is the stasis that they got to know you at. I feel like if the lesson isn't learned, that the way you're the way that I'm just talking broadly to a person because I know Olivia, but like the way that you're putting these people on the pedestal, that's the issue in itself. And that's where all of the issues lies. Like, that's the first domino to fall. Like, these guys could be bad as well. Like, I wouldn't doubt that, but there's also like your actions are closing into it. I really like this song. I'll go 7.5. Ooh. I like it, but great. I like it. Oh, I like this piano. I like that scrolling. This is just her bag, isn't it? This solo track.
Body and head protesting, my stomach's in knots.
I feel like this might be the Olivia sound distinct though. Because it just sounds like her.
Maybe it'll fix itself tomorrow. But I've been saying that like every night. You say you can't stand to watch me cry a minute more. So you do the noble thing and open up the door. If loving me means letting go and wishing me the best, then I guess
I love it.
I wish you loved me less.
Very. She's a really nice songwriter.
We tried to recreate our favorite date, but we didn't laugh much this time. Our trip to Big Sur only confirmed this isn't what it should feel like. And maybe I'm a stubborn overthinker, but I've been thinking over this a lot. And I could try convincing you they're just intrusive thoughts, but you've seen me truly happy, so you know right now I'm not. If loving me means crying on the curb at LAX,
I think it's just a great song too.
well then I guess I wish you loved me less.
She just does really well with this style of track. It's just her bag. That creak is nice.
If loving me means saying, babe, I think this is
The pacing on these tracks are great too. Like, it just does not feel like 3 minutes has passed.
I wish you loved me less.
Ooh. The gothic era again.
I met him at a party. I think he was on drugs. He wasn't smart or
This reminds me of Kiriko Benito a bit.
convinced myself he was. He had a great apartment and a car his parents bought. I thought that he was perfect, and now his number's blocked. Took a couple months, but now I am secure.
Also, it sounds like Bo Burnham could make the instrumental of this.
I am so involved. Now I ask for more and more and more and more and more. I won't settle for a guy with a fake job. He seems so desperate for loving, but baby, I'm not gay. My heart with zero stipulations. Now
Yeah.
I take careful consideration. I'm not kissing any boy that is passive. Their indecision is painfully unattractive. Past mistakes.
I like that.
Just their information.
I like getting that message.
So I hit the new year like a single girl at a Vegas bar, rocking my mini dress with a vodka cran and an open heart. Yeah, I've got hope, yeah, I've got drive. I
car in Silver Lake.
It still feels like I could be taking it too seriously, but I feel like that, I don't know, pop stars deserve to have their lyricism and like their stuff taken seriously as much as any other person. There still feels like I'm still worried about that, like that I will be adored, I'll be adored, that sort of thing. It still feels like there is still a lingering issue maybe of the person that you're in a relationship with being the sole provider of your self-esteem. Like I'm in a relationship for 3 years. I adore my partner. I think I want to spend my entire life with them. But if we ever had issues or anything like that that would lead to us breaking up, it would be incredibly hard to deal with, but I know that I would still be me afterwards. Like I have that security, and I think you kind of need that. And with her talking about so much of like putting on the pedestal of like doing the service stuff, I'm glad that she's gotten like these expectations, the boundaries, this sort of thing. She's like, I'm not going to just settle for nothing to just have a person that like and do all that sort of stuff. It's like it feels like the issues that I guess I'm seeing, or through my life if I'm projecting or whatever, it seems like she's nailed down half of it. It's like, yeah, actually start making sure that when you first meet someone that you have expectations, boundaries, that you have like, these are the needs I need met, and if you don't have them, it's okay. That is a really fucking amazing start. But I don't know, like I think it's fine to be like, I want to be adored by my partner and have like all this lovey-dovey stuff. That's perfectly fine. But because of the prior stuff that she's spoken about with her with the relationships, of that being like a necessity because of the insecurity that she showcased at the start of this record, this doesn't feel like a complete. It feels like there's a chance this isn't a complete way of fixing that sort of issue of like the pedestal stuff, because it still feels like there is some of it. She's like, I don't know, short up half of the bargain, if that makes sense, or there's at least a chance of that. Like being the desperate part is like not being desperate anymore. It's really good. I got another great track. Her lyricism is probably as strong as soon, maybe. It's just so 80s. It's been a solid album. I'm so curious where this one leads, because it feels like Expectations is like the neat bow, and this might be like, and 12 songs seems like the typical length of an album, so it's curious to like add the 13th and see what's like the extra thoughts.
Cigarette smoke, the smell that I know, it clings to my clothes, seeps into my bones.
I really like the vocals.
It's a real quiet house, the shower left on.
Oh, is this the other part taken where she doesn't leave? Like, by business bridge to Costco, I regret how long I stayed in.
How long I stay, I resent you for not being brave. Oh, tell me something honest so the memories turn dark. You said that I made love look easy till I made it hard. Give me back my time and I will give you back your heart. I thought that we played the perfect couple. They didn't want the part. Some nights can be so fucking lonely,
I really like this.
but it's better than begging for you to stand up for me, honeybee.
I like the callback.
I regret you. Would I let slide? I resent you for taking her side. Oh, tell me something honest so the memories turn dark. You said that I made love look easy till I made it hard. Give me back my time and I will give you back your heart.
She just has really nice
I
lyrics
thought that we played
and plays some words. They're like, just such like nifty little turns of phrases. And they're not like pretentious or anything like that. It's like just creative. Ooh. I think it's kind of an amazing track. It gives closure as well because you have like the lesson and expectations, and then this to come back. Proper closure. I like it.
The memories go dark. The memories go dark. The memories go dark. The memories
Yeah.
go
I think this might be my second favorite track. I'd have to re-listen to My Way, but The Cure and this one, just really good songs. Yeah, I am so happy that, despite the fact that I am so sick compared to what I usually am, I'm so happy I did this because I have been looking forward to doing Olivia Rodrigo or just any female artist ever. And this was a really good album. And yeah, I loved it. Her songwriting's really nice. I like how she collages so many different of her influences and still packages it into her own self. I love the nifty creative turns of phrases that she does. I love the piano ballads, which are definitely her bag. She absolutely kills them every single time. It's kind of like her style is like this, just like acoustic or piano ballad, very intimate sort of vulnerability. I love her self-awareness throughout all of the record. I think also the album follows a very distinct start, finish, middle, end, which I don't know if Sour does, if I remember correctly. I don't think it does. I think it's like more of a collage. So yeah, it's just a very concise record, and she is, I don't know, I just really like Olivia Rodrigo. But yeah, if you enjoyed watching this reaction, watching this for support enough, if you want to support further, you can go to my Patreon, and request some albums. I would absolutely love some more Olivia Rodrigo. I would love some Hole if someone wants to do that. I would love, actually anyone. Just pick anyone. I also would love The Cure. I haven't listened to a Cure track. This is the closest I got with the Robert Smith one here. But yeah, I appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love you. Sorry if I wasn't super energetic. If you know my previous reactions, I'm usually a bit more energetic. It's all genuine. It's just I am really sick, actually. I don't know if you could notice with my voice or not, but yeah. Like my back is really achy from the sickness, and my ears are kind of fucked because they're a bit muffled. Which is the reason why I didn't talk as much about the Sonics on this album. Like I said I liked certain parts, but I didn't talk overtly about like, oh, this little thing, because it is a tiny bit muffled because I'm still quite sick. So I plan to re-listen to this once I get better in like a week or so, because I've been sick for about a week. But yeah, for another week I'll listen to this again to even do a third, fourth re-listen to nail down my ratings and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, thank you guys. I love you. Thank you for putting me in this position of this being a part-time job. It's kind of just actually crazy that I get to listen to such amazing music for money. It's crazy. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Love you. Peace.